lunatics trying to cancel them.
Yep.
Going after Chappelle, going after Rogan, going after all these different comedians who stood strong, stood their ground, and continued to do their art, in which we need badly now in this crazy ass world we live in.
When Dave Chapelle, I mean, one of many times that he stood up, but you know what? I think it was actually, for me, and that went totally viral, is that transgender joke. And he's like, oh, okay. So you want men to say that they're women? Fine. So when James says, no, I'm one, and he's gonna score 856 points in one night, it's like, it's common sense.
Puts it into perspective,
Puts it into perspective, but he's the only one that had the balls to say it.
100%.
And so I'm like, okay, if I had like a top 3 list of who I would want to meet right now, Dave Chapelle is probably like 1A? I don't know. Because I hate to throw around this word, it shouldn't take courage, but right now, because we know how everything's tied financially, fine, he might have FU money, he might have that, but still, there's guys with more than him and people that you're around every day, some of the top former NBA players, no names necessary, who've reached out and they're like, girl, I got you, girl, you're right, girl, you're right. I'm like, thank you, number one. Number 2, do you know the power that you would have, or that you could, these guys with these voices, and mainly men with these voices, if they were to say, listen, I might not agree with what she's saying, but like, what is this? What is the hate when we're all trying to bring people together? And that's the diversity of thought. But the fear that I have seen from grown-ass men who are so powerful and have the platform and already have $500 million, that's the part, Dana, that's been shocking to me. And again, I understand the fear if you're like, a single parent making 60 grand a year. Like, I get that. With the other side, why?
But that's not true either. It's not about FU money, because at the end of the day, I'm sure Dave Chappelle's doing well, but you have to give credit to the CEO of Netflix. When that thing went down, everybody was attacking Chappelle and saying, take that down, cancel him, blah, blah, blah. And the CEO of Netflix stood up and said, no, we're going to keep this on the air. And if Chappelle lost that and other people wouldn't put them on their platform, there is no FU money. I mean, the guy could have got canceled. It took...
That's leadership.
100% leadership. And the same thing happened with Spotify, with Joe Rogan.
He kind of had to kind of apologize a little bit or soften it.
No,
didn't
Rogan,
he?
First of all, the whole Rogan thing that happened was 10 years earlier, and Rogan was quoting somebody when he used the word. It was a quote. Rogan wasn't going out and just using the word. Then somebody went out and clipped it all together in the times that he was quoting others of saying it. And Rogan said, whoa, I saw this thing too. It looks bad. And I apologize for the word and whatever. And then everybody, it just...
Well, then it's like they smell blood. And it's somebody who's a little bit, he dissents a little bit and he speaks his mind and, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
Wait, what?
And then when you talk about the fear, it's like what Chappelle said. Chappelle said, you know how many shoe offers I've been made and I never took one? You know why? Because when they do something you like, the first thing they do is take your shoes back. And then once they take your shoes back, everybody else starts going, oh my God, should we take ours away too? And that's how it all starts. And this whole snowball effect happens when somebody tries to cancel somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, if people don't stand up to this ridiculous bullshit, it's never going to end. It's going to go on forever. And
but that's why
I'm done with it.
Why I don't know that you ever were part of it though. You're like the only one.
I'm done with it to a level now where I'm just so openly, blatantly done, like calling out Peloton and other sponsors of mine. I was with some sponsors too that called and I was like, go fuck yourself.
You've talked about that recently.
Yeah.
And
take your money, roll it up into a little ball and shove it right up your ass. Because I'm done. I don't want your money.